right. Welcome to episode 7, I presume. Yeah, episode 7 of For the Record podcast. My name is Romario Cohen, and with me, as usual, Mr. Tariq Rules.
That sound like
So,
them man up on news, sir.
eh?
That sound like a news man, man.
Dream job was a journalist. I joke, me, I make a name, I take, but you know, me have many voices, man.
Many
You know,
voices.
you know what to switch it up. Anyway, I will come to the with Tariq where you say talk about them.
Well, like, um, personally, like, when me I deal with people, I like to tend to, like, categorize them. Like, so if me, like, book up on somebody with their same personality type,
Mm-hmm.
can have at least an idea of how to deal with them. Because you have to know how to deal with people, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so me decide, say, um, the topic for this week are basically like black male archetypes, right? And these
Just,
archetypes,
just, just define archetypes.
archetypes, you could say archetype are stereotype are personality types are basically
It's like a category of
classification.
oh.
Basically, it's a classification of people based on certain characteristics, and in this scenario, characteristics are basically them actions and personality, basically their mentality.
Mm.
Yeah, just that, and um, when I really know these personality types and know that they can transcend country, region, race, even sometimes. These archetypes or classifications can transcend race sometimes, can transcend race, religion, socio-economic standing, class, any one of them something. Right?
Mm.
Because at the essence of like human existence, most things aren't unique, like personality types. Everybody like to think say, oh, I'm unique and I am not like anybody else. But if you really do the math, like even the opinions that we have, somebody before we did have it. So it's like,
It's like things where we believe to be opinions and beliefs that people kind of program it into it.
yeah, sometime, but even if might have a belief that you think is like unique, right?
Mm.
So if you really check like history, like a lot of people might have thought that way back, right? So
Mm.
yeah, I mean, no, people don't really like the whole classification thing. I remember myself in a liberal era now, where everybody want to be free and fluid and be everything, So you know that.
I mean, when a lot of people try to, I think so. Like a lot of people try to classify themselves now in terms of race and gender, especially
People
gender.
only
You know,
classify themselves and it suit them.
exactly. But like a lot of classifications, so we get way access to. Continue.
Yeah, but I just the archetypes them and how them relate um to males or black males in this instant. Kind of so black. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um Hopefully in the future we can do one for black females.
Oh, you have one from black females too. Okay,
We have one for everything, remember. Calm down.
interesting.
But yeah.
Interesting.
So let's get right into the news.
In today's report, alright. So, well, you did send one bag of them to me. Like, me read the
Yeah,
one
I
of them.
like just like archetypes we normally
Mm.
present in the quote unquote black community or black population demographic, whatever you want to call it.
Not even did know say so much they like
They're actually more,
70.
but me never want like get overkill.
Shit. Enough this. And I said some of them we could have like I'm saying we can't kind of see people portray some of them.
Yeah.
Um, that one I said the Black White Knight, and then they have one picture of Steve Harvey. They have to laugh it on. They can say, yo,
Yeah, and by the way, this is
Harvey.
inspired by a lecturer. I mean, I remember which state him come from, but him named Dr. T. Hassan. Right, so basically, this is just the blueprint of a theme classifications, and you know, as we see, them basically it kind of transcend the whole country, like because when time you look on them stereotypes, you can see them in a Jamaica, you can see them in a America, you can see them in
Yeah,
a Brazil, you can
yeah,
see them anywhere.
yeah, yeah.
You see me? Them
You know,
just
people are people, no matter
yeah,
where you're going in the
no matter
world, you
what.
know. No matter where you see, I see him so, alright, I see him so still like woman. Anywhere you go in the world, we might speak different language or look different, but women are the same when
Same
they come
trouble.
when they come down to
Same
the
trouble.
same thing. Yeah,
Despite I love them
continue.
same way, but I same trouble, man.
I see it, same thing. No matter how you think, they're different. Cause, Asha, every woman have some form of hypergamy where she look the man she look for she always look for a better man, for a better choice, you know. Even
Yeah, or
she
even what is perceived as better in her eyes.
exactly, you know.
Yeah.
That's why it's so easy for you and rappers and something to get to one cause they're
Yeah, because them have the status, them have the money, and sometimes them even have the looks too. So,
mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Mm. The one thing about woman what me know say
Yeah, man. I just all right.
that's universal.
That we say is a natural characteristic
Character.
even in animals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just that society condition them a certain ways. Society condition them a certain way in which society can tell them what to value, right?
Yeah.
Like like you have some woman value spirituality, so
Mm.
them are gonna look after
Um,
or like the most spiritual man. So that could be a pastor, that could be a
mm.
obia man, that could be
that one the random do.
that could be the cult leader, that could be
Mm.
the Muslim man
Yeah,
pray
yeah,
five times
man.
a day or whatever, right? Some girl
Yeah.
like money, right?
Mm.
So that could have been the regular 9 to 5 man politician or even entertainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people value intellect, right? Some people value intellect.
Sexual.
So that could have been like a teacher or even a philosopher like myself, you know. Uh-huh.
Mm. So like, alright, you send 17 different
Different
archetypes,
archetypes.
and you say there's one, okay? But we don't know about the other ones. We just look one of them.
Yeah.
So like, me have assume say you probably have some good and some bad. I
Yeah.
all of them have their weaknesses and their
Yes,
strengths,
I
right?
can learn something from all of them.
So like, alright, from these where it sent me, right? Like, which of them you feel like you relate with the most, and which of them you feel like yo despise this archetype the most?
Relate
Which one you
relate
feel
to
like
them the
you
most. So, all right,
mm,
look upon them as me I speak because I just want to talk out of thin ear,
come
right?
on, do that, man.
Um, ja, like, all right. Remember, archetype is not like people just don't fall into one archetype, right?
Mm-hmm.
People's personality can be so diverse, right? Them can fall into
Yeah, man,
many.
that's the answer.
Right?
Like, which ones you feel like you relate to
So the
the
one
most?
earlier to me the most is the thinker,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Let's see which one. Let's see.
Um, in some instances, the mystic warrior,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like, let's say because me always like from young, I'm always like a pre certain like how like a family I like how like 7th grade or 8th grade, 9th grade, how like I always I'm mates for like invest in a stock and get my own land and rate it and be financially stable and work towards my goals them and rate it while everybody just run up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yo, and people always I tell me, I don't know if I true because like me personally I have a lot of like things for work on internally. But people always I say yo I'm mature and rate it and yo me think deep. So the one we say yo the eternal father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like me personally, me not like take a title, but like with 90% of friendships I'm doing, and even acquaintances, I always like give people advice and help them sort out them problem and rate it because I keep a level of non I create a non-judgmental space when time I talk to people. You see me? Like like when them talk about anything, I only offer advice, me not offer judgment, but some people might think say yo, I judge them when we give advice. Right? But regardless, our people always give me positive reviews for my advice and say, yo, oh, me see that and oh, me are really a people person, although me not like people, but anyhow. And yo, me give good advice and you have one female that even say, oh, like, come like our father, I'm always I give her advice and rate it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, based on that feedback, I would assume
Mm-hmm.
that them the other one resonate with me. Um, but in terms of me hate now,
Mm-hmm.
let's say the archetype like the hater, you know, me hate them. I hate them niggas. I hate them, man.
So,
Me hate them
so,
now because like the archetype of the hater, right?
oh,
Despite like going at it, the archetype of the hater is like a non-progressive person who just say, oh, me hate because you do better than me, right?
bad mind.
Yeah, quintessential bad man. Yo, and it's like me not believe in that, right? Because me personally, if I have discrepancies with anything or any person, right? Yo, me not gonna make my personal feelings get in the problem I have with them because sometimes I have philosophical problems with people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have problems with actions with them do, even actions towards somebody whom I know, so not necessarily me, no, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I do somebody when I know something wrong, me I go pray hard, me I go pray hard, right? So the hater, me hate, boy, I have a deep rooted hate for people who just hate on
You
people.
hate, you hate, you hate,
Yeah, bad mind people, me not like bad mind and
yeah,
they not, we not gross.
we can't, we understand, we understand. I mean, the money, and just like what you say, these are archetypes we can see anywhere. You sure say, you go out the road right now, you look within your own circle around you, you see somebody like this. You see somebody like this, but then just say, oh, they see you on like progress and
Then
them
just
just don't like that.
hate it.
Don't like that. And no fight them because them not even on make progress themselves.
You know the worst thing? Some people like them do it subconsciously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them not even realize, but them own feeling of inferiority just like seep out in some comments. Because you remember one time, all right, we used to go high school, right? And people used to claim say, "Yo, I'm bright," cause like, yo, as me tell a couple podcasts ago, like my high school, um, them they take like the children them have the highest average and put them in a 3 classes, right? And
Mm-hmm.
despite my average never that high, cause never care about like high school exam and anything. Just do one pass. I don't care about it. Like, me just do one. Right? But and because me always I pass exams and I have a certain amount of subject and capes and this, that I'm gonna help like other people with them work and this, that. Like one day one time I did like 9th grade or 8th grade, right? This youth who me used to know in a dog, just randomly like me and him attack, and the youth I say like say yo, schoolwork now go help you through life. You see me? I mean I feel say what how that come up? Right?
Yeah.
Right? Despite a links coupled with the schoolwork I go help you, right? Right, and your
Mm-hmm.
diligence and the work we put in, right? And intelligence and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
But this man, right, and I have to say, him did in the guy when I done school. Right, the quote unquote done school in a center.
The whole
I
philosophy.
know say no say most of the youth them will go certain school, like academics isn't on their agenda.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So I mean I feel say like you have to really look on it, and from that day I just hire and buy them. I met them again.
Him not seem like he want to strive for certain
And the things
level.
that even in a high school, like there used to be enough of the youth that we used to say we are nerd and rate it. Despite in high school, me the quintessential hot boy. Despite me not care about that again, but yo,
Mm-hmm.
and them used to find everything we say like nerd and rate it. And like me as a
Mm-hmm.
man, like me have really good hearing. I'm just always I walk past certain places at opportune times.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I always hear certain things and like me literally have to look. Like despite the sound corny, when I really excel in life, people
Mm-hmm.
are like see yo, me can't meds with that cause
Mm-hmm.
yo, me like say all of my like friend them win that. If me not know you that I win, that are more motivation for me if I just do what me want. You see me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just that.
Enough people they just don't want to see nobody strive for nothing better than what they already have.
Because them stagnant.
And they can't move on. Them just don't want to. They don't want to come out of their comfort zone and say, yo, me I go do this or do that. So
You see me? Even like the degree for me I don't know. Like despite I am a business student, I never really that good for accounts and such and such and such. But I still banking me I do want them thing that me not gonna go like do an accounting degree, but you have to come somewhere out of your comfort zone or like have to aspire to more where like yo, I got benefit you either financially and them thing there because
mm,
despite everybody have a passion but the bills have to pay.
yeah, yeah. So only the heat art. What about the black white night?
Boy,
Oh,
yo, alright,
nothing.
my preem, the so-called Black White Knight,
Mm-hmm.
that guy will always like keep for women and like the female can do no wrong in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, me hear that like you me kind of rate understand him because most of
You
them
understand?
most of them do it for profit.
Yeah, what kind of
Like
profit?
Steve
What the
Harvey, I
fuck?
said book them and have him talk show a pander to women and I put down
Mm-hmm.
man and them thing that dog. No, obvious profit because remember if I do various business studies, the
Mm-hmm.
female is the most gullible demographic that spends the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's why most things on social media are marketed towards women because as them see certain things, as long as them have the money, trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one time the man did this like Steve Harvey and Derek Jackson and them one day. Right? I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you ever like watch one Derek Jackson video.
I don't know who name so.
Google him or YouTube him after this. Derek Jackson.
Yeah,
Like
right. One
the
time.
woman can do no wrong. No wrong at all. The woman can do no wrong. I want them like relationship man up on YouTube. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But tell the woman them a bag of things when I make them no better. You see me?
They really are telling stuff when I them better cause yeah, me see you already, but cause like me
It not make them
me
no
know see them
better.
me know see them money on video women obviously seem like you want to preach gospel or something.
Yeah, but
Are
it
you
not
just
make them no better. You know why?
yeah,
Because
why?
he is under the guise that oh, I will tell you this, and it will um this would this will make you able to keep a man, or have better chances with men, or sustain relationships and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And film audience are basically black women.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is that if you look on the male reviews of his channel or his content,
Mm-hmm.
most man I say a bullshit, right? So if him I tell woman like stuff, right? How and that the guys say yo at this I help them with woman. Yo, and most man I say no, that not gonna help you with me, right? But this man I tell you a foolishness and stop with them thing there. That I gonna make them better?
I mean, most of them are gonna say them as I said, they just do it for
It is,
some sort
it
of
is
profit.
money
You
better.
know,
And the thing,
like even like Steve Harvey, like sometimes
think
you
like a
see
man, act like a woman.
sometimes you see some stuff and say I just for the money we will get. And like you
Yeah,
look at the audience, I just woman, nothing but
sad,
women.
sad.
I think I see the type of man him portraying himself to be is the good God fearing Christian man. And you see when enough woman like especially Christian woman enough woman think about like a good man, picture it, yeah man. The provider like Steve Harvey, the God fearing provider like Steve Harvey. So he will come on and portray that. Plus, you might come and say, yeah man, you women are the best to put you guys on pedestal. Look, he doesn't deserve you and all those all them something there. Like if me the woman would I want to hear that too.
Yeah,
If
and that's the thing. He's only pondering, right? Him
mm,
just feed them what them want here, brother. And yo, that not help them because in the US, 3 out of 4 black women dead alone, no husbands and them thing there.
but watch out too.
Not even a boyfriend.
Not even just Steve Harvey and that guy Jackson you just mentioned. Normal people, normal men are like this too. But
Yeah, of course, the simp
their
them.
profit their profit is not money or anything. They not even get a profit most of the time, but they feel that they might get a profit. They feel that they might get one feel like them when they do stuff like that. When
Yeah,
they start to kiss ass and all those
them
little
that's a clown.
Exactly.
Clown, that's a
Exactly.
clown. That's a clown, brother. Like,
I,
brother, yo, and like, me feel say especially with like black men, especially with the white knight guy, them have like this personality type which stem from over dependence on the mother. Because I don't know if you realize that 70% of black fathers in America, right? They aren't there, right? According to statistics, right? I could have
mm,
argued that answer one bag of thing, but I could argue that. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
70% of black niggas are there, right? And even in Jamaica, most of the grown mother,
Yeah, true, true.
vast majority, right? Realize in dancehall, you never hear a father song. You always hear a mother song.
What do you mean?
You
What do you mean?
always hear a mother song. My mommy, mama, mama, mama. Oh, my mother, this. You never hear a man say, oh, yo, big up my father, cause when time hard and da 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 da. Be a mother song, right?
You sure? The father song not that for real.
The only father
The,
song I can remember, I think Origin King or whatever him want name, I say, oh, yo, I mean daddy couldn't even afford it. No, 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 no. Right?
no, I can't really
There are no
recall
father
none.
songs, bro. Come on.
I think I can't really recall none for real now.
Exactly. Only mother song. Only mother
Yeah,
song.
for real. Jano.
Yeah, because and the thing is that when time boys are grown around women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because um fundamentalists always I make we know say yo um functionalist, me say, functionalist, I could know say, um, family are the first, like, institution, first construct, or basically teach people values and offer act and everything there, right? Yo, so when time, like, enough of them money have some very feminine ways, but I realize, say, them grow them mother. You
Mm-hmm.
can see where it come from, because at the
So,
first person
I,
for
I,
emulate that we have.
what do you mean feminine ways? What are feminine
Tell you we
ways?
talk about this before, you know, right?
No, just to avoid any confusion. What are feminine ways?
Oh, all
I know
right.
enough people get offended when they
I
say
don't
you
care, bro.
feminine. You know. Enough people get offended when they say
Yo, all
you is a
right. Yo, let me show
feminine.
you something. All right. You and I know,
Mm-hmm.
right, that women, yo, a lot of women, when I say all, right, but the vast
Mm-hmm.
majority of them quick for cuss and go and ban and everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, normally men, they would always hear like not as quick to cuss and to tell about this and this and that and quick to anger in that way, because men know say, oh, like when time two man get in a conflict, them could have dead,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when I see all these men now that we grow them mother at all, if a boy this me know him dead same time, or
Mm-hmm.
rate it and upon all this cuss match, this big cussing match for the bag of jars,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like characteristics like them they transmit from their mother, because at the first person them have to emulate.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know if what I use. Like,
Me I
I'm
tell
not
you, me do
gonna.
the research, me do the research, because it correlate like the single motherhood, yo, in the
Mm,
Western black population, yo, it correlate with like the man them have increasingly like quote unquote feminine characteristics, right?
mm-hmm.
Yo, and it also correlate um with like a lack of guidance,
Mm-hmm.
because all right, remember say yo, a mother can try to grow up the youth them, you know, right? But a
Mm-hmm.
mother can only do so much. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. He need a masculine influence. Yo, so when time now the youths them are
So
grow
yeah,
up and not, hmm?
say, like, alright. So what I say is that if you grow up with a single man in a single mother household, yeah, say you can't have masculine traits, or yeah, say most of them don't have masculine traits.
No, I'm saying that there's a high possibility that they
Mm-hmm.
would emulate her behavior and you know, like assimilate some of the feminine traits. But I say them can't have masculine traits, you know, because as a man, um, you know, as a man, you're bound with certain things. I remember say them I go out the road and go interact with other males and rate it, you know, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the problem is when like multiple of these males that don't have like masculine influence in them life go interact. That's where the problem come now.
Mm-hmm. Get what you're saying. Get what you're saying. 'Cause, I think what you're saying is like, and yeah, more agree with you. Say if you don't have men around you to like show you
Yeah,
what
as
it
a
is,
man,
man, then kind of hard. What
very.
we can understand. Say you probably grew up with women around you, and you probably got emulate
Enough, enough,
some
enough,
of
enough.
those behaviors and stuff. But wouldn't necessarily like me get what I say. Wouldn't necessarily say if you grew up with your mother, you grew up around women mostly, then you might have feminine traits. I mean,
No, no, me not say I go automatically have it. Me say there's a high chance, right? Because
mm-hmm,
you know, say like a picnic them learn from them parents,
mm-hmm,
right? I remember say most of the ideologies where the picnic them left out of them house and carry it go talk at school or something when them hear them yard, right? So
mm-hmm,
if them go around like one bag of woman,
Mm-hmm.
most likely them are gonna emulate them characteristics. Me not say them are gonna take off like every characteristic clean off of them. No, but them are gonna emulate some of the quote unquote feminine. I mean, I don't know if you really like meds like so enough of them nowadays youth that them kind of soft. They want to look pretty.
Now the man they want me rolling. When me get where I say still.
No, but the man that you roll with is just a small sample size out of the
Yeah,
big river.
me know. Me just,
And I realize that all of them youth that want to look like pretty boy and all that.
everybody want. But you
Man,
know,
feel ugly.
me not really business about that still. Everybody do what they do what they want. Me not really business about that. Um,
You know,
yeah.
into the archetypes now.
Um, what was it when you want to ask about this? Like, um, me like reading as we say is enough, and me I look upon them and me still I try to really understand.
Yeah, all right, we got show them a movie like basically explain them as best as we can. So and relate them to our society that we live in.
Um, you know, let me ask you first. Why did why did catch your interest for you even start look up them sitting here? Like,
You know, say
what is
like
happening?
on social media, like when I do use it, because I classify YouTube as social media because you can like and comment and everything there.
Mm-hmm.
Like me literally like one of my hobbies of understand people, of understand sociology, right? How people interact and so and we did originally want to major in psychology. But you know, psychology not really make the money like that, so you know that go.
Mm.
So this are just my hobby, like certain arguments like this, like things will come to like archetypes of the male, like constructive, destructive archetypes, show archetypes of females, like government stuff. I want but I think it just interesting to me.
But like, you just find interest in it just so.
Yeah, it find interesting and these things when I know a lot about people and everything, I have a great understanding of like sociology and psychology and people and how them interact and such and such and such. Yo, it make you better able to deal with people and understand people even when them do stupidness. You can understand them. Not from your like personal, emotional, like perspective,
Mm-hmm.
but from a more informed and well put together perspective, or even multiple perspectives.
Okay, okay. Go through the first couple and then we can
Yeah.
continue next. So the
Eh.
first one is the everyman.
And every man.
Mm.
Yeah, all right.
What explain the everyman?
The every man is basically characterized by hard work,
Mm-hmm.
right? Them I want other man they well like they may not have an affinity towards certain things, but by them sheer hard work and them like discipline,
Mm-hmm.
right? Them tend to excel. Like them tend to be that person where like take part in enough activities. Like for example, Pan Hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
There would be that person where like take part in that activities, take part in a clubs, them still excel at academics, them at
Mm-hmm.
least we like represent them faculty or them hall in our sports or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Them would have like tutor people or help people on the side cause them genuinely wants the people work hard and excel too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically the everyman would tend to be like a person where like takes pride in hard work and helping people, right?
Mm.
And tend to be very disciplined, like in their area of expertise, or
Mm.
any area they want to excel in, right?
Mm.
But the risk of being an everyman, right, or a superman, is that because I work so hard and
Mm.
you help a lot of people, you tend to
Mm.
burn out and not have like time for yourself or time for your personal like stuff separate and apart from like um work. I have various responsibilities, and being an everyman tend to take a toll on your mental health.
So what I imagine say maybe like all nine would have everybody not
Exactly.
disciplined,
And the first person come to my mind. The first person come to my mind.
hard working you, but
Niall
you know.
Anderson. First person come to my mind. Me I tell you, me believe in a people. For knowing Niall, me believe say people actually decent. Me I tell you, good
But
youth.
now because yourself.
Big up man.
Um,
Anyway,
next one, the monk, the sage hermit.
but Sage Hermit, so basically, essentially, alright, you ever like have an elder near you, you like an old elder who like been through a lot of things and have a wealth of knowledge. We like
Mm.
people that tend to
Okay.
go to for counsel.
I don't really know much old people, but I get you. I get you.
Chinese, we know some old people, man. They share experiences, and despite sometimes, not all the time, they may not be academically intelligent as us. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is that they may have like real world experiences that can translate into other areas,
Mm.
right? But essentially, the sage or the monk or the hermit, so it's basically any like person over 50, or
Mm-hmm.
like 55,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of experiences and them works in this life, it allow them to have a wealth of experience and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Then tend to be that go to quote unquote old person where you can go to for advice for most things and just
Mm-hmm.
like then tend to seem like them always have the answers. I try to get the answers, right?
So pretty much this is the wise old man on
Yeah.
the hill. We have to climb and he tell
But
you the meaning
well, I
of
know
it.
the society where we live in, and not necessarily on the hill. I could around the corner, I could up
Yeah,
the road.
we know, man, we know. But essentially just the wise old man.
Hmm.
Alright. The selfless sacrificial hero.
Yeah. The self. Yeah, and by the way, all of these archetypes based on where Dr. Hassan put together.
Mm-hmm.
Then
So
basically,
these are his
yeah,
categories what he can come up with.
yeah,
Right.
right. And enough other like intelligent people agree with these archetypes, but you have
Mm-hmm.
an infinite number of archetypes because no one person fit in a one archetype, right? Yeah, because of the diversity of human thinking, right? And you also them have like a phrase, or a sentence that perfectly sums up like their their whole existence, their whole archetype, right? So for the everyman, no, I would say the phrase that sums up the everyman is that I work hard because I can.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that, right? And when it comes to the sage or the monk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them always I say sit down and listen,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because them always have some sort of intelligence feel like how feel like let off by you and all these things, right? And like most of the experiences where you would have based on their life,
Mm-hmm.
Them would basically know that already, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
No, the selfless sacrificial hero now.
Mm-hmm.
The the um the phrase that sums up their existence are basically sums up the underlying theme of the selfless sacrificial era is because I belong to the struggle, I will die for your sins as many times as you need me to. Right? The selfless sacrificial hero, I like that person they were always in a like community um community outreach products were always like programs to help the youth like the person that would take in homeless kids or orphans, the person that will always try to give back to charity genuinely,
Mm-hmm.
not just because them can write off charity on them taxes, right?
Mm.
But give to charity willingly. We actually have the spirit of
Oh,
philanthropy.
I mean, you can also say it's probably like activists,
Yeah.
activists.
I like the prime example of this. I like Malcolm X, Martin Luther
Mm.
King, um, Marcus Garvey,
Mm.
right? Like Paul Bogle,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Any sort of martyr where even the
yeah, any
dead
Santa Marta, yeah,
and come on, and then
sacrificial lamb. They belong to a bigger struggle, right?
mm,
They belong to something that is bigger than themselves. So basically, them tend to devote themselves to this,
mm.
to the
So,
cause.
uh, sounds like no, 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 but sounds like an archetype you can look up to and learn some stuff. The master manipulator.
Yeah, the master manipulator now. I would seem to,
Sound good.
but I would seem to have enough of them now in our society. So the master manipulator is that person who naturally is very like manipulative and tend to have a lot of people under them manipulation, right? Basically, these people will lead like these large or small organizations, and them manipulate the people for whatever purpose, for like monetary reasons, for power, for self fulfillment,
This
right?
sound like politician or business people.
Yeah, it's all like them that like if you're a politician, most likely he would have some aspects of the master manipulator archetype.
Mhm. Even if you're not just manipulate people, like probably some like little based on what me I read here, so some little um traits of it I got embedded in you for I mean cause obviously as it says here like smart creative can reveal himself as needed, like those are good traits to have, you know.
Yeah, a
Those
good traits. But the thing is that I would them use the good traits for right,
this
and
are
the quote for the master manipulator, because oftentimes them tend to manipulate people for financial gain, because you know say through finances them get poor,
mm,
right? So their tagline is, I will get this money, especially if I can get it from you.
they come in like a leash and just want to suck everything out of you and then take it for themselves.
Exactly, exactly.
Alright, so that one here seem interesting. We
I said,
can,
uncle,
yeah, we can just start to say I've seen an uncle before, but
you have. Let me explain.
go on.
All right. You see the archetype known as the uncle, right? The term uncle or uncle Tom come from this old like novel about like race and like slavery and everything. Essentially, Uncle Tom is a person that thinks that anything that that has to do with white people or the lighter shades is better. Anything with foreign, good.
Hmm.
Right?
Pretty much
You don't
them,
know.
pretty
Um,
much them not really see the value in themselves or the people around them. The people
yeah, are
like,
people who look like them.
can't
Yeah.
continue.
So like you have how like me personally, me know a lot of people will say, oh, like how even this not even limited to males. How like even mothers when them have them son, them always I say, oh, yo, you have to mix up the family. Don't come back with no black ugly girl and rate it and such and such and such.
Yeah,
Right?
people like that for real.
Right. All
You know,
right.
some people they want mixed baby.
Yeah, me show you to even a deeper level. All right. Realize even all the election them we are going in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
People care more about that election than local elections.
What do you mean people care more about it
People care
more
more,
than
like,
locally?
all right, let me show you something. Why would the American election, right,
Mm-hmm.
be broadcasting on TVG, a Jamaican based station? Why?
Um, would assume so because it's a very important election in regards to
Because
the
Jamaica a colony, brother.
me not really, me not really, me not, in terms of the election, I wouldn't really say, I don't know if I want to use that one because, I mean, I feel like it was this election was an important election
Why?
because
Matter
I
important for us as Jamaicans. Matter important for us.
important for all. I mean,
Yeah.
every election,
Not for the American people, them, not for us. Why?
every US election is important for us. Cause we
Why?
have to make sure say we have good relations with the US in just in case we need.
Because
Because
Jamaica a colony.
no, I wouldn't say
No, but the thing
Jamaica.
is that look at now. China own most of Jamaica, and we can see that plain.
Mm-hmm.
China own road, a charge with toll.
Mm-hmm.
China have business, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
When anything happen to China, nobody in Jamaica cares.
Because China not the capital of the world. Like if when they look for America, no, but look for America.
Exactly, we're a
Everything
colony. We're a colony, tell you. That
damn
is
would
what they
say we're
call
colony.
cultural imperialism, right?
Yeah, as in what I said, some form of imperialism
Cultural
is,
imperialism.
but like like America. Everybody always watch America because it's America. And when it comes to pop culture, when it comes to media, everything
Because
like
of so because of
especially
cultural imperialism.
yeah, especially in the Western Hemisphere. You know, everything we look to America for movies, TV, music. So when they keep one of the biggest elections, one of the most controversial presidents, I go for a second term. You know,
You know, the
people are
most entertaining to the most entertaining.
exactly people are watch that. Some wouldn't necessarily say
Yeah,
we're
but there's a
college.
common theme, especially in Jamaica, like how everything that is foreign is better. When Jasmine Dean was missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people post it, yeah, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as like George Floyd and them thing they did,
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican people all are protest. I say, oh, black oppression and this. I mean, say everybody oppose it on them status and this and that and this and that.
That's true still.
No, you get to me, I say.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say we love. Like, wouldn't necessarily say we love. Like, we get
Tell
where
you,
I
adjust
said.
the fact, adjust the fact, adjust the fact. You
We get
can't
where I
avoid it.
said.
Because
Look,
of cultural imperialism,
we get where I said
people
still.
people value America and American thing. Alright. Realize say, oh, like 90% of people, if they could like leave Jamaica right now and go to any country, most likely America them will go.
Yeah, most likely America.
cultural imperialism, and the thing is that the archetype of the uncle, you know, brother. I know, like necessarily, somebody were like super racist or anything. You know, it's just that
Alright,
them value.
the one with the uncle me I really say just because it's a whiteness, but America is not
But America is
necessarily
primarily a white country.
primarily, yeah, but wouldn't necessarily say everything in America is based off like whiteness or anything. You look on maybe like the music, like hip hop and stuff, like not necessarily say
Yeah,
that's
but it's white
like
control. Yeah, because all other people them who like own the record labels, them like Leo Cohen and them and the
mm,
white Jewish people.
no, that sound like your uncle, but you don't know say your uncle.
Most times people not really recognize it.
But me don't know, like me don't know if me don't know if what I say, because it's from foreign like people like it, or maybe because it's just entertaining or of better
Now,
quality.
all right, make it a simple example. Make it a simple example, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you put two females in our room, right, and you get a male, right, and average Jamaican male, and you put one sexy brown in,
Mm-hmm.
light skin, tall hair, and then after you put one sexy dark skin girl,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just as good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think you would choose?
Me don't know. How much you know?
Come on, Telly. Come on,
me
Telly.
don't
Stop telling lie, Telly.
me don't know. I don't know.
Telly. Remember, say all in a Jamaican song them, you know, in the culture and everything, right? You the man out I talk about the sexy browning.
Watch out. I don't know. If you put me in a room with two girl and one brown and one dark, me
Don't tell it.
can't.
We can't say you because you aren't an accurate representation of the
I
whole
know. I know.
population.
I know. But me
You can't
like
personalize it,
I
Telly.
can't tell you.
You
I
can't
can't just
personalize it.
who I would choose. I
Because
me can't tell you. Me don't want to just say yo, I would choose.
because all right, just for sure, even in Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it turn like this country is mostly black or negro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it like in a country that is primarily made up of black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the term black and ugly exist?
Yeah, things
Me never
like
hear nobody say, Lord God, you're brown and ugly,
I mean, true, but
black and ugly.
something
And
like
every
that.
time I hear that statement, it's like my head just chick bad man.
There was something like that has stemmed from just
Exactly.
after like
Exactly.
days.
Exactly.
We you know obviously we come from a time where brown people, light skinned people were more valued than dark skinned people.
Yeah.
So
Now even in the banks, them used to
mhm.
hire like lighter skin people and the woman they would have to like straighten them hair and all these things.
So like a couple like them time there. I could have said, yeah, me see the uncle them and stuff, and I could have said, yeah, man, they're obviously uncle. We can't really tell us, you see, because alright, like when me look for America, I say, we see all these people drawn into American business and like into American culture, and I mean, could argue for American culture, but we could just use it for right now, and
Yeah.
American culture and whatever, like. Would really say it's a matter of being an uncle where yeah see see value in the whiteness, right? Like a lot of times it's just more entertaining than what happened. Here's the alright, in terms of even the election right now, without a doubt, the US election was more entertaining, was more captivating than the Jamaican election. Cause out
But
here,
it captivate me at all, man. It captivate me at all.
you know, captivate you.
No,
The
because
US
I know say regardless if Trump or Biden win are the same foolishness.
I see no, me no say I see him foolishness. It's been the same foolishness for years.
And
And I think I
Yo,
think
I'm
I
a
feel
kind of like
upgrading.
me personally. I'm kind of like shocked say most black people vote for Biden because so like you have him on like video argue like some of them old time like segregationist laws that and them thing there
Mm-hmm.
like black people can't in at the same school with white person or go back at the bus and rate it and such and such and such. Yo,
Enough people don't like Joe Biden, but they like him more than Trump. That's why they vote for him.
oh, so they like the racist, right? The obvious racist than somebody that is potentially racist.
Look, in their eyes, them see it as them
Hold
see
it
it and
off, man. Hold
accept
it off.
Trump is a racist. So them are go, they, and I say they love Biden and say, oh, Biden is the president we need and we deserve. Then just say, boy, we don't know if we want to do another term with Trump. And
But them are
that's
going like say Trump did that bad.
that's really why they really vote. I mean, in my opinion, me don't really know when though, and when never do. Me only know say this year in
Trump
fumble the
no worse
bag
than Bush.
with the pandemic. Me not know. As me say, me not business about American affairs. So me not know enough to comment on
That
it.
are the thing we are trying to get enough people said. Me not really, yo, like, me know a lot so about the dynamics, right? And me know how we affect Jamaica and rate it. But honestly, I don't really care.
But you see, like the reason why
But
mother
because
follow up with
Americans
it,
are confused people, so we can't too
but,
care
yeah,
about that.
but like the only reason we follow up with it to an extent is because say, oh, Trump is this big controversial president. One life not gonna win, life not gonna lose. And like
No, but
me,
my favorite president still him funny.
he's a funny guy, but like me, what me I say is that me not really follow up with it enough to say, oh, the one
Mm.
the worst president America has ever seen. Like me know since some crazy stuff, right? Like
Eh,
crazy stuff. And me know for a fact say this year he kinda fumbled it with the whole management of the coronavirus thing, because like me look on the statistics worldwide, like America really bad when it come to like the number of deaths and the number of cases, like really, really, like we compare them to India. Me not even did know say India have a billion people, over a billion people as its population.
China too.
Me the things that only China. So when I say me look funny and me I say India over a billion people, and then they like compare the cases per capita, you realize that America really bad, like really, really bad. So like this year more than even expect him to get a lot less votes, but seeing that the election is almost over, because I mean they
Like, yo,
declared.
I want we can't talk about the election. All right, we'll go to the next archetype. Cause honestly, that's something. Like it ache my
Alright,
soul, bro.
alright, the Eternal Father.
Yeah, the eternal father.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all right. You ever know some person from like them really young, right? Them always have like certain mature stances. Like them always, I think like them always act like them grown, them think like them grown, and even as a young person, right? You could have go for them like go to them for like advice.
Nobody like that.
No, what?
From a young age, them seem
Yeah,
like
from a
they.
young age, then just mature. Like them
I
never.
know people more than know people where like for their age them yeah for their age they mature, but like me don't really know nobody where me and them I did 15 and January them money ever say some wise words and feel like it's a big man me at me not, like me
No, me
can't
not talk to that me not talk to that caliber because you know say everybody grow up have various stages. But you have
I think I get what you're
certain
saying.
people were just always like, from them young, them prudent, them always I think about the future, them always try to calculate them moves, them always I take the mature stance in certain things. Right? Alright. For example, when Tupac died,
Mm-hmm.
right? Tupac is about 25, 26. What
Mm-hmm.
them age there,
Young boy.
right? But obviously, him attack some like some mature things like like about politics and oppression and about the plight of the black man.
Mm-hmm.
That most times are some older people would have taught them things. Even like stuff when me I talk about. Normally I would have some older people I taught them things and I want them type of meds.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just like that person that just thinks on a deeper level from them young. You see me?
Mm-hmm. So they just have deeper thoughts and conversations now. Well,
Even
most
actions.
actions that most people
Yeah.
within their age bracket would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, for example, um when I check on the age where like Malcolm X them did dead. Like them dead at a young age, like I think in them 30s and that young. Like everything what them they do, like from a young age. Right, all this revolutionary um um stuff where him do input the nation of Islam on the map, him do all these things. Martin Luther King did young to when them dead.
Mm,
But to this day, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King are the biggest black activists ever in America.
mm, mm-hmm.
Right? So
Can't say that one
I
then.
can understand the archetype.
Can't say that one then now.
Mhm.
Alright, we'll do one more and then next week we do the rest because we just passed 1 hour. Right,
Just
just
pass it.
just passed over 1 hour. So
Yeah.
the CEO. Tell us about the CEO,
Basically, the boss.
the boss of everything, the
The
big man.
boss. All right. The everyman, right,
Mm-hmm.
tends to ascend to the CEO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, like them type of man that with them have like multiple ventures, like if the activities are going at them run it, them have natural leader skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them have like certain characteristics that make it easier for them to lead things, right? Some people would have called them a natural born leader,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this tend to manifest from them young.
Mm-hmm.
Certain examples would have be like leeching,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Just the big boss had a lot of stuff you have. All of the money with Jamaican people that want. So okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the worst thing, I'm not even like somebody will necessarily have like a big company. Them could
Mm,
have many ventures, but like together, it's like a wealth of like wealth, essentially,
but
right?
this
So, and
this
them have
seem
a
like a
character. Hmm?
seem like a rare archetype though, cause
Yeah,
you don't know a lot of people where are really the big boss of
few,
anything. So it seems like a
far and few, but even some people them have the characteristics of the big boss or the CEO,
mm-hmm.
but them choose not to take the title because of something that might be personal or them just can't bother.
Okay. Makes sense. Sister, we have a couple more for the but as we say,
No, we can't leave them for next week, man.
just passed 1 hour, so yeah. Next week we go over the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no man, next week we can spend the first 30 minutes and that go over them and then proceed into whatever it was for the next week. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, so part one we can't call it part one.
Blackmail archetypes part one.
Yeah, can't call it that. So,
Mm-hmm.
come back next week and we finish up. I mean, yeah, these are very interesting if you see, and you can kind of see how some people portray some archetypes and how some people have a mixture of some stuff, So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the end of next week, I think you can tell me how we can use this to the
Yeah,
advantage. Like why this information even important?
yeah, because from all of these archetypes, you can learn and gain certain characteristics that would be beneficial in your own life as a man, right?
Yeah,
Because these are male archetypes, like
yeah,
quintessential.
yeah. So all right, that's the end of this video. Um, until next week.